Hey YouTube friends, this is Lady M62 and today we are just in the mood for pumpkin. So we were in the grocery store and my husband was walking around and he was seeing all this pumpkin bread and pumpkin cupcakes and this, that, and the other. He was going to put some in the cart and I said, no, I can just make something for us at home. And I don't know, you guys. I mean, we buy store-bought things, of course, but a lot of times my desserts and stuff, I like to make at home because I know exactly what's in it, etc., etc. So moving on, I'm gonna make a quick and easy, like a pumpkin cake or pumpkin spice cake. So I've got sugar. Here's my sugar right here. Flour, salt, baking powder, baking soda, some vanilla extract, pumpkin puree, 4 eggs. Here's some ground cinnamon that I'm going to use, some softened butter. And I already have my flour, baking soda, and baking powder in my bowl. It's already been sifted. So what I'm getting ready to do first is I'm getting ready to add my butter and sugar to this bowl right here and get that beat together. All right, I'm just adding my eggs one at a time. It's important to add your eggs one at a time and then lightly beat in between. You don't want to overwork your egg. Whenever you're baking or anything, you definitely do not want to overwork it once you've added the eggs. If you have one of your fancy KitchenAids or whatever, you can go ahead and pull that boy out. But if you don't, you can use a standard hand mixer, just something that I'm using right here. All right, down to the last egg. I already added 1 egg in there before I turned the camera back on. So we have a total of 4 eggs. All right. Okay, I've just added in the pumpkin. There it goes right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a spoon and actually stir this in because I have my eggs in there. So I don't want to beat it too much. And I forgot to mention that over here with the flour and the baking soda and baking powder, I did go ahead and add the cinnamon. Now, if you want to add like a pumpkin spice, by all means, you can make this your own and tweak it to your liking. But I didn't want to add any pumpkin spice. I've made this cake many times before, and I've always only added cinnamon to it and the pumpkin, and we like it. I've actually made it for a good friend of mine not too long ago. I want to say maybe 2 weeks ago. And I actually, when I made it for her, I made it in a sheet pan. And I made a cream cheese icing to go on top of it. Her and her family loved it. I got so many raves about it, and it was absolutely delicious, she said. But for us, I'm going to put it in a bundt pan. I don't want any cream cheese icing on it. What I'm going to do is lightly, I'm going to drizzle it with some icing made with confectionery sugar. So I'm just going to get this mixed together and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so right now I'm just mixing in the flour. I just added a little bit of flour at a time and just mix, 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 mix. I'm not using my hand mixer anymore. All right, I just added a couple little splashes of vanilla extract. You can see it down in there. I'm going to stir this all together, and when I come back, I'm going to have it already in the bundt pan and ready for the oven. My oven's been preheating to 325. Okay, here's what the cake looks like. I've already sprayed my pan prior to me putting the batter in, and it's going to go in the oven. So I'll see you when it's all done. Okay guys, so our cake is done. You guys, it is actually the next day. Yes, it is the next morning. After the cake got done, I left it out to cool. I got on the phone with my sister. We got the chit-chatting, and then my husband came home from work, and we ended up falling asleep, and y'all, it's the next morning. The cake is completely cold now. I don't like a whole lot of icing on my cake, so what I did was I just made some, let me see if you can, what I did was I just used some confectionery sugar right here, and I'm just going to drizzle this on the cake. It's not going to be perfect or anything like that. So, I mean, I'm not a chef, but I do love to cook, and I've been cooking for a long time. So I'm going to take this and just drizzle it over the cake, and I have it on like this little cookie thing rack with a pan underneath to catch the icing. Okay, this is it. And as you can see, it's not a lot of icing, and this is just the way that we like it. Now, by all means, if you want to make your icing thicker or glaze or whatever, if you want to make it thicker, you can. We made, as you can see, is I made mine pretty thin because this is the way we like it. We're not really big on icing and heavily, icing cake with thick icing on it. We just don't like it. So anyway, this is how I made it. I'm going to go ahead and put it in a cake dish. All right, here it is in a little cake dish here. It smells so good too. It smells really good. And I'm going to go ahead and cut a slice so you can see what the inside looks like. Okay, guys, as you can see, I did cut it. And there's what the inside looks like. Like I said, if you want thicker icing, you can by all means make your icing a lot thicker. If you wanted to top it off with cinnamon, you could. If you wanted to add nuts in it, you could. You can customize this to your own liking. But for us, this is more like a pumpkin spice pound cake. It's kind of like how I made it. And it's here it is here. It is so soft. I don't know. I'm pressing it. Can you guys see how soft this cake is? I'm gonna go ahead and take a bite. Mmm. Oh man, this is good. Mm-hmm. Mmm. Oh, you guys, this cake is good. It is so soft. It is so moist. Mmm. And it's just the right sweetness for us. Mmm. Mm-mm-mm. Well, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm going to finish my slice of cake, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.